What if I told you every planet in our solar system is trying to kill you instantly? On one world, you'd be crushed before you even land. On another, you'd fall forever until the pressure destroys you. And on the sun, you wouldn't even have time to feel anything. No suit, no protection, just you versus the universe. So the real question is, how long would you last? It begins with a simple decision. You open the airlock, no spacesuit, no helmet, no protection, just you and whatever world waits outside. First, it feels like freedom. Then reality hits. Before you even reach a planet, space itself becomes your first test. You step out into the vacuum, expecting something dramatic, an explosion perhaps, or instant freezing. But instead, it's silence. There's no air, no pressure, no oxygen. Within seconds, your body begins to react. The lack of pressure causes the gases in your body to expand. Your lungs are the most vulnerable if you try to hold your breath. They can rupture as the air inside expands outward. That's why your first instinct to hold your breath would actually make things worse. Your saliva begins to boil, not from heat, but because the pressure is so low that liquids can't remain stable. Your skin swells slightly as gases expand beneath it, but it doesn't burst. Your body is more resilient than that, but your brain isn't. Within 10 to 15 seconds, your blood runs out of oxygen. Your vision tunnels. Your hearing fades. Consciousness slips away like a dimming light. After that, you have about a minute or two before irreversible damage sets in. Space doesn't kill you instantly. It lets you fade. Mercury, 2 minutes between fire and ice. You manage to reach Mercury. It looks barren, silent, still. But Mercury is a world of extremes. There's almost no atmosphere here, nothing to trap heat, nothing to regulate temperature. On the side, facing the sun, temperatures soar above 400 degrees Celsius. On the dark side, they plunge below minus 170 degrees Celsius. You step onto the surface. Immediately, you begin to suffocate. There's no breathable air, no oxygen to sustain you. At the same time, your body is exposed to intense solar radiation with no atmospheric shield to protect you. Depending on where you land, you're either slowly freezing or rapidly overheating. But none of that matters in the end, because within about 2 minutes, oxygen deprivation will take you. Mercury doesn't need to burn or freeze you. It just needs to take away your breath. Then comes Venus. From space, it looks beautiful, covered in thick clouds, glowing softly in reflected sunlight. But beneath those clouds lies one of the most hostile environments in the solar system. The moment you arrive, everything goes wrong. The atmospheric pressure is over 90 times that of Earth. It's like being nearly a kilometer underwater, except it's not water crushing you. It's air, dense, heavy, suffocating air. At the same time, the temperature is around 460 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. You don't get time to react. The pressure crushes your body instantly. Your internal organs can't withstand it. Your bones compress, your lungs collapse, and the heat is already cooking you. Survival time, less than a second. Venus doesn't give you a chance. The moon, 3 minutes of silence. You step onto the moon. It's quiet. Too quiet. There's no atmosphere here, no wind, no sound. The moment you remove protection, the vacuum takes over. Your body reacts just like it did in space. Oxygen begins to leave your bloodstream. Your consciousness starts to fade. Next, you arrive on Mars. At first glance, it feels almost like Earth. Rocky terrain, dusty plains, a recognizable horizon, but the illusion doesn't last. Mars has an atmosphere, but it's incredibly thin, less than 1% of Earth's pressure, and it's mostly carbon dioxide. The low pressure causes a phenomenon called ebullism. Your body fluids begin to vaporize at normal body temperature. Your skin dries out rapidly. Your lungs struggle to function. You try to breathe, but there's nothing useful to breathe in. Within about 2 minutes, you lose consciousness. Mars doesn't look deadly, but it is. You descend toward Jupiter. At first, it almost feels familiar. There's no solid ground beneath you, just an endless ocean of clouds stretching in every direction. Swirling bands of orange, white, and brown roll beneath your feet like a living painting. The deeper you go, the harder it becomes to move. The atmosphere presses against your body, wrapping around you like an invisible weight. Every breath, if you could even take one, would feel like inhaling syrup. Then the pressure begins to rise, fast. Jupiter's gravity pulls you deeper, forcing you into layers of gas that become more compressed with every passing second. What was once a gentle fall turns into a fight against a crushing force. Your body isn't built for this. No human body is. Within moments, the pressure becomes unbearable, pushes against your skin, your muscles, your bones. Your chest tightens, as if an enormous weight has been dropped on you. Then, it gets worse. The gas around you continues to compress, becoming denser and denser. This time, you aim for Saturn. From a distance, it looks almost peaceful. Its rings stretch out like delicate halos, shimmering in sunlight. It feels less threatening than Jupiter somehow, but that's just the surface. As you descend, the same story begins to unfold. Layers of gas, growing thicker, heavier, more hostile. The winds here are even faster in some regions, whipping across the planet at speeds that would tear apart anything built by humans. And just like before, there's no place to land, no solid surface waiting beneath the clouds. You shift course again, this time toward Uranus. Its blue color gives it a calm, almost serene appearance. It looks colder, quieter, less chaotic, but looks mean nothing out here. As you fall into its atmosphere, the cold is the first thing you notice. Temperatures plunge far below anything experienced on Earth, but the cold isn't what kills you, it's what comes after. Then comes Neptune, dark blue, violent, distant. Here, the winds are the fastest in the solar system, reaching speeds that defy imagination. Entire storms churn endlessly, fueled by forces you can't see and can't escape. You fall, and immediately, you are caught in those winds. They slam into you from all directions, spinning you, dragging you deeper. The atmosphere thickens faster than before. The sun. There's no landing here, no descent, only approach. From a distance, it glows warmly, almost inviting. But as you get closer, that warmth becomes something else entirely. Radiation floods your body. Energy pours into you from every direction. The temperature rises beyond comprehension, not hundreds. Every world you visited has its own way of ending you. Some crush you, some freeze you, some burn you out of existence. But it's never just one thing. It's always a combination. Pressure, temperature, atmosphere, radiation, all working together against you. The universe isn't empty, it's hostile, and it doesn't adapt to human life. Where you can breathe without suffocating, where you can live without fighting the environment every second. One place where survival isn't a miracle. It's normal, and that place is home. If you're curious about the most extreme places in the universe, subscribe Edge of Reality now.